Let's get started with the experiment activity. Domain 1, Task 2. Identify key deliverables based on business requirements. Are you ready for a challenge? During the Observe and Explore activities, we have introduced core project management concepts and best practices that are essential to solve project issues and challenges. Let's experiment now with assessing what it takes to demonstrate proficiency on the PMP certification exam. We will use a situational practice question for that purpose. In this activity, we will invite you to uncover the intricacies of the reasoning behind the resolution of a realistic challenging simulated situation. Questions for the new PMP exam are situational and will test not only your knowledge but your skills to solve problems. You will demonstrate your abilities as a reflective practitioner to tackle all aspects of a project management issue. Practicing critical thinking is key to success. This slide presents a situational question and 4 choices of answers. Please read and analyze before moving on to the next screen. Now, let's take a step-by-step approach at analyzing the theoretical context for this situation. Let's try to make connections with the associated content from the PMBOK guide. Matching may be tricky and may not always provide all that is needed to solve the issue, however it will serve as a useful guide to apprehend the conceptual background. Like in real-world situations, it is not easy to apply theoretical knowledge. What are the useful project management processes, techniques, and tools that will enable you to resolve the situation? Let's build as much context as we can. Determine important keywords. They will guide you to identify the context. What is the process group? Can you map this situation to the PMBOK guide? Can you recognize the process? Which inputs, outputs, tools and techniques? What are the project documents involved? How will you connect the dots? Take the time to reflect using the guideline above and elaborate your own list. This quick exercise will train the agility of your brain. When you are ready, move on to the next screen where we present our notes with the elements that we think are important to take into consideration when solving this challenge. Discover below the step-by-step thought process. Read the important keywords, terms of reference and ITTO involved. Let's dive deeper into each important concept, technique or document involved in this situation. What elements do you recognize? What do you know about them? How do they relate to the project manager's role? Did you consider all the stakeholders involved? Watch for possible overload of non-relevant information and keep focused on what really matters. Next screen, we present the key points we will focus our reasoning on. We also added a reference to the body of knowledge. Stakeholder management is vital throughout the project to ensure that stakeholders' expectations are met. A key component of stakeholder management is stakeholder communication. Tackle possible stakeholder concerns upfront and early before they materialize into problems that may risk derailing the project. With any issue, problem clarification is critical. It is of utmost importance that all stakeholders are clear on what the problem is. Varying interpretations of the issue can affect stakeholders' perception of project success. Now that you have all the knowledge in mind that you could possibly identify to solve the question, you will be challenged with decision-making skills. To select the best answer, you often will have to eliminate other solutions that do not fit. Beware, some solutions may be correct or appear to work but are not the best answer. We are glad to share some decision-making techniques we often use to decipher solutions. See below. Take mental note of differences and compare the pros and cons of each solution. Reflect on the impact on the management of the project for each solution. Which solution implements best PMI management standards? Are all solutions aligned with best practices as described in PMBOK? Try to eliminate 2 solutions first and reflect on the 2 last ones. Select the solution that best fits with your current knowledge of PMI standards. Ready to check your answer and see the solution? Go to Time for Action.